Hi Megan, thank you for being my muse and coming on in for some symbolic support. I've got your Rorschach here, made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms, and source Megan, I will send you the original in the mail. All right, I'm looking forward to this. I gotta say, like, it just stands out like characters. Like, it's, I don't know, I'm excited. Okay. Thank you for holding space for me to share my insights. And I'm just going to take a moment to cleanse the palette, release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. When you're ready, let's go. All right. Okay, so right off the hop here, see this creature? I'm seeing like eyes and big puffy cheeks, and it's like blowing smoke out. One, it kind of gives me like a higher self kind of like devil feel, but it's not in the aspect of like, oh, the devil. What it's reminding me of is the movie V for Vendetta, because there's a love story in there. There's a very sacred love story in there. And when I'm in this, I feel like there we go. There's an image that I'm seeing of something that already exists. And I don't know what it's called. And I'm actually having trouble like trying to nail it down. It has something to do with the wind. It's like I can see like these puffy cheeks. So I don't know if there's been like a holding of breath, or like if I was seeing a symbolic character of like the wind, or like a cartoon. It's like, or you know, like God would come in and blow the wind. That's what I'm seeing. But I feel like when I'm in the self of like the higher self, there's some sort of exhale. I've been holding my breath for a long, long time. And it's almost like I can feel my cheeks a little bit sore. And I don't know if that's from like holding a smile or legitimately smiling, but it, you know. I don't know. Maybe that resonates, or at least, but again, just thank you for sharing. It's about what you see, sense, and feel. I'm simply grateful for the space held for me to share my insights. You see that though? It's almost like if I was watching a cartoon. Okay. So I'm wandering into, you know what? I'm going to try this. See if it works out. I will try. Worst case, if I can move between. Okay. See right in here? Oh, this is where it's weird. Okay. Anyway, so I'm in that area. There's hands. That's where I'm feeling that. And like this dripping. So I got to turn it around again. But we'll bring it back if need be. These hands. Some sort of like, I don't know if it's a centipede or... Actually, you know what I'm seeing is like a baby swamp thing. Is it the swamp thing? Like it would come out of the swamp and then like these gills would come out. But it feels like almost like a baby one. These hands might be in your head, if that makes sense, or maybe you're getting headaches. I'm trying to tune into it as I dive deeper and deeper. Yeah, it does. It kind of feels like headaches from this swamp thing in there. Or at least that's how I'm interpreting it, but maybe you can understand like just something like this is how I'm feeling. And I've been holding my breath. I can see like pupils in the eye. Okay, hold on. The pupil of the eye, it's like I'm seeing someone. I don't know if it pisses you off or just ticks you off. It's almost like they either rabbit hole were very loyal, or you're seeing the opposite. I'm also seeing like those magnetic bracelets. Oh, and what is that? A Giselle? Giselle? Might be a Giselle? Could be like Capricorny as well, or a goat. I feel like some sort of strength is being cultivated when I'm seeing like the Capricorn and like the Saturn red. And this doesn't necessarily have to resonate in the zodiac space at all. It feels like an energy that's being called in to cope with something, because it's connected in. It's connected into what I'm like sensing is, if I'm right in here, you see like almost like a voodoo doll of sorts, or a portion of you that is able, with that hand thing, to help heal. Does that make sense? And I don't know if it's actually with the hands, because there's a lot of white in there. Like it doesn't necessarily feel like it's tangible, but it could be, by all means. It's almost like I'm hearing help and heal yourself, like make yourself a priority. And when I say that and I hear that and listen to that, when I look at the voodoo doll of sorts, the pincushion version of my perception, suddenly I'm like pulling things out. And I'm like, oh. And maybe there's gates. And that these gates form an eye. Oh. These gates, like if I see this as like one whole gate, right? Yep. And say this is the middle part. And these gates, this gate opens up like 1, 2, and then it would open up like this, like not like a gate like this, 1, 2. At that point here where they meet, right in here, there we go, it makes the one gate. Does that make sense? I don't know if it makes sense or not, but the two parts make it one gate. That's how it's feeling anyway. I'm seeing, I don't know if they're turkeys. I'm also seeing some sort of caribou. I think it's caribou. Maybe moose. I don't know, some sort of antler system. And then these turkeys. But it's almost like these turkeys are they're quite hilarious, actually. They are like two old hens, like just chatting. And they're playful. Like I'm suddenly seeing with me and my sister or something, we're chatting and you just having a gay old time and like nobody understands it, right? And or from afar you're just like, oh, look at them having so much fun and so much happiness. But they're just like, oh, those, they're like turkeys together. But it's so funny. because it's so playful and it's so fun. And it's a lot of emotional connection. Okay, and then it runs me back to head and heart, head in the heart, heart in the head. I'm also seeing, okay, so where the voodoo doll or pincushion was, is that like an old-fashioned clothes peg? That's a random symbol, but maybe that means something to you. Hanging things up or viewing things. Okay, bear with me here. Thank you. Your patience is appreciated. Okay, thank you. So I'm in here in this one little sector, and I'm seeing it's red and black, so I don't know if it's like a part of a grief or love or a loved one, but there's like connection being made, but it's almost like it's outside of any grief of the head and the hurt, and it comes out of this healing of the hand. It's almost like this love for oneself or love from another spirit is like connecting, but it's like a kiss. It's a kiss. I don't know if somebody's marching. Is that like I think it's like a gentleman marching. I don't know if somebody around you is in the military or served in some sort, where like a cadet or just some sort of uniform. You know what I'm saying is, what's that? I think it's like ping pong or ping pong. It's just somebody's playing with the paddle. I'm seeing that as well. Okay, Megan, I am going to flip it to win it here. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry if I rambled on way too long, but thank you as well. Get a different, fresh perspective. We're here for Megan. Thank you. Okay, so now when I come this way, I'm seeing like a queen. Look at that. She sees. And right in the rib space where like, okay, sorry, not sorry, but I'm just going to say that what's coming through, like a love blood is pouring out from like this rib cage. And it's spilling into the sacral. And there is, I just saw like the evil stepmother and Cinderella. I don't know if that resonates with you, like particular experiences around you have been, or just maybe other people projecting onto you. Thank you. Okay, we want to look at the bottom is what I hear. Strength. Yes, don't worry about it. It's in the reverse. I didn't check the deck. 5 of Swords, Prince of Wands. This feels like that, what I presumed is a dude, but again, it's all relative. It could just be the energy of one person or different archetypes stepping forward, so I appreciate it. So any sort of 5 of Swords stuff that you've been through, again, symbolically speaking, I'm wandering in that land of like the evil stepmother. Now, again, this could be of you or a particular mindset that's contending with grief or healing this, that, or the other, but it absolutely could be a person outside of you. Only you know that. That's your, you know, your story, your Cinderella story. But that's how this is coming through, is your Cinderella story. And it's like detaching from that, even if that evil stepmother is of grief. But this connection you have, blatantly have, is helping you like pull away from that. And they're very protective of you, the prince. It's all heart, yeah. Heart and head, head and heart. Like, see all that red in the Five of Swords? And then, like, I'm in here. And this is, if I can see through it here, maybe not. I don't think I can. Where's that, like, the dude? I can't see from this angle, sorry. I think it was actually the other way. Anyway, they are protecting you. They're helping you. And with like orange sacral energy, creative life force again, to create your own Cinderella story is how I'm hearing it. We have the devil, which I want to note did land on the evil stepmother kind of feel, or your V is for vendetta. And I think that did come up in one aspect, but again, it's very symbolic, but I feel like you understand that. I don't need to, you can come to your own conclusions. You're very adept at that. And it also brings me back into that Capricorn feeling. Whether or not you yourself are a Capricorn, it's an energy you know how to draw from. And with strength being on the bottom, like Daddy Saturn energy, it might just be a primary energy that's working with you at this time to transmute that story. At the top of this, okay, sorry, I was jumping back up. What movie is that? I need my contemplation crystal ball. Alice in Wonderland, but the ones made by Tim Burton. I don't know her name. I think it's, maybe she actually plays the Queen of Hearts, like Tim Burton's wife, or at least I think that's who she is. That's what I'm seeing. But I'm seeing in your Inkblot is like a meditative, purity. But I was seeing it like the Cheshire Cat sitting on top of her and she doesn't even know it. And they're like sitting there like this. Here, like there's like a quietness in your crown. There's a quietness in your crown. It's like you can move in the shadows, shadow or the shine. But it's quiet, it's quiet. But even though your presence doesn't feel quiet, it doesn't look quiet, but it feels quiet. And yet I feel so much. I'm seeing like way deep in there the Ghostbusters ghost, like the symbol of it. I'm back to the Cinderella story. I just wanted to, okay, sorry, I apologize. Sorry, not sorry. Ace of Swords in the Sun. And that's why it brought me back to the Cinderella story, because the Ace of Swords in the Sun. Right in that sacral energy space, your sword working with the person, the soul and spirit, male or female, male and female, because the energies are balanced. And it kind of brings me back to that gate thing. 1, 2, 1 gate. See what I'm saying? Hopefully you do. And if I'm way off course, then so be it. But I'm not looking to be right or wrong. I simply appreciate the space to explore abstractly. Oh, there's that spirit again. So even though there's one Ace of Sword, look at the two become one. The two are one. The two are one. Cinderella story, new beginning, severing some sort of connection with something that is not serving. I'm also seeing Charlie Chaplin. I don't know your age, so I don't know if that's... You'll know if you know. If you don't, you don't. That's okay. It's comical, though. Justice. There's that two become one. Some sort of justice. Some sort of balance. Two become one again. This gate thing. Okay. So I'm wandering down the Lord of Truth. I feel like if there's a question of, like, was it real? Or I can't believe this is happening to me, or something happened. I don't know. I feel like just something had happened that wasn't quite clear. I mean, that's what's causing the headache. I don't know. But I'm almost like being asked, like, don't focus on that. The connection. The connection. Distractions, no. Distractions, no. I'm seeing a tuning fork of some sort. It has wings on it. There might be a particular hertz or a tuning fork. Maybe it's the heart one or sacral. I feel like those are, or solar plexus. Oh, shoot. Because I feel like it could just go everywhere. But in one aspect, it's like fill the solar plexus and it'll spread out like the rays. The Hermit and the Five of Pentacles, Lord of Material Trouble. I don't know if something's been causing a block. So I'm like right down here in the bottom. The Hermit. This feels like that head thing again. The thinker when I was in the other... Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to flip it here. Like in there. Thinking. What is that symbol? I saw it as a pincushion before, but it just transformed on me. It looks like a cross, but it's of a different artistic expression. I don't know if it's older, like pagan style or Celtic. I don't know, but it's different. Maybe it has some sort of religious meaning to exercise what's something or what's going on around you. Then it comes back into that eye again. It's like if I tune in here, it's the cross. And if I tune in this way, it's the gate. And if I tune in here, it's the eye. Like, see how multidimensional that is? That's how it feels like when I'm amidst your things. Like, it shifts very... Is it, Queen of Hearts or evil stepmother? Is it, head or heart or head? Like, it's this... I don't know. But this 5 and this 5, the drastic change that caused some sort of what is being perceived of as, felt as legitimate in every way, shape, or form, the way you're looking at it, caused like a hermit moment to go in. And while you were in, maybe you're a little defensive about things, but the Spirit's also with you, defending, like almost like protecting you while you're in this hermit. Like if you were, in one mode and they're like out defending you. Some sort of balance, but it's like the Cinderella story is coming through now. The sun and the devil, you can see, you're starting to stand in your own space. And you can shine bright. Yeah. And I'm on this cloud all of a sudden. Oh, thank you. I'm on this cloud right now, down here. And this cloud, ancestors, reminds me like I'm watching a movie at the beginning, or like a show, it doesn't matter. And like some sort of artistic, rendition of saying like production by da-da-da, and, maybe this, I think it's like maybe like a Marvel movie or something along that lines. And it's like it's always changing. And like ink is being splattered or smoke or something like that. But that's what that feels like. Like I'm in this cloud. And then like this splat. Almost like kind of like graffiti art. But again, it's moving around. Oh, I'm getting a really, really high pitched. Synergy and healing. Spider, community, and web weaving. Along with your ancestors. Oh. The lore and legacy of your DNA. That tuning fork that I spoke of, I don't know if it's like an angel frequency and if that word isn't applicable, but it's like ancestral, angelic sound. There was another word that came through, or like a phoenix frequency. Is that a thing? I don't know. Possibly. You might be in a lineage of, for simplicity's sake, because I'm sure, I trust you will understand and you will receive or release freely, might be in, like witches. It is what it is, not to be ashamed of. For those who work with natural elements and magic. Huh. Okay, I'm going to add on something more here. Megan, oh my goodness. I really hope I haven't rambled and brambled on too long, and it is resonating. But again, my honor to do Inkblot in your name, and you are art, and then to share my insights as I scry. So fun. Sphinx, gratification. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I don't know what's going. Oh, this isn't an ancestor per se. Okay, now this feels like the female aspect of the person in spirit. Male and female aspects. Whoops. Gratification. Oh. Your inking cards transform really, really quickly. Okay? This is now you. This is how I'm feeling you are. Like if you were on the other side of the camera. Like that's who I'm talking to. This energy. I love it. I dig it. Okay, we're closing out here for Megan. If we have anything else, illumination. Hecate. 2 more. Oh, I actually think there's 3 more there. Foresight, injustice, and mischief. Oh, there's your foresight. Mischief. Medusa. Kind of want to note that again, like this whole up here. If there was some sort of injustice or an injustice you feel in your head, like think about in your head, even going back like past lifetimes. So it's being rebalanced. It's being rebalanced. But that doesn't come without sacrifices, right? It just doesn't. There's an uncomfortableness in that balance being the unjust becoming just in the eyes of the beholder. That feels like all that headache stuff too. But look at that illumination. It's like applying your power, that Cinderella story, breaking free from something. Breaking free from, I don't know, mischief and foresight. Oh, I just got like and I know okay. Remember when I was talking about the cloud? I don't know that the camera will pick it up in the lighting here. Okay, but that's where it's bringing me in that cloud because the coloring is aligning. Thank you. And thank you. I'll put that there. Okay. Foresight, emotional foresight. There's a lot of symbols like geometry. Like I'm seeing. So, I feel like it comes into your lineage again. Crows, bird communication. I don't know, sigils or something, like very clear, abstract, of course, but also not, like very geometric in line. But their meaning is something else. There's a lot of spirit around you. They help you with your foresight and contemplation. Okay, so I want to share this. So this is like there's the blue in there. Yes, thank you. And I think I'm like cutting part of it off. And the orange, so this is your Cinderella breaking free of all that and coming into all this geometry and sigils. Do you speak in sigils? Speak in sigils? I don't know. The number 13 as well. So there could be a complete cycle being integrated. And if that's that injustice to justice, the Medusa kind of like a million snakes in the head or of the hair strands. If you resonate, you'll understand, and if not, completely release it. And so, and then here, see if I can do this without, there we go. So this card, even though it's mischief, it's almost like a playful magic again, like feeling light and curiosity and a willingness to play. And oops. And I don't know if it's a gazelle or goat. Those are the horns or the antlers or the caribou. I'm not good enough with. This is a goat. But anyway, the goat is singing. So whatever animal in that realm. And it's almost like music, and it brings me back to that tuning fork of breaking free of something about speech. Like I don't know if like you're like a poet. There's poetry or like spells. Is that in there? No. But I'm seeing a spell card, Cauldron, from this deck. Oh, I don't know, but there's those clouds again. Mystical clouds. All right, Megan, thank you so much for joining me. I am truly going to close this message out as I feel like I've rambled and taken so much of your time, but I am completely grateful. I'm honored to empathically explore, and I'm going to flip it one more time if anything stands out. I'm also seeing like armadillos. Yeah, they're armadillos. Do they have a shell? Maybe there's a hard shell around you that's going to be lightening up, or you're like knowing your company. You're like, I can lighten up here. I can lighten up here, and let it go. Thank you. Those were not for you. I get really sucked in and drawn. Oh, to let love grow. I was going to say, like right in here. Like back from the beginning. Like where the ribs and the heart was. And the healing of it all. There's so much love. Let it grow. There's an embrace coming in from spirit. An embrace to you. And then as well from the EC deck with this Inkblot is how I perceive like twin souls meeting on each side. Person there. Such an embrace. There's the lily in there. But they want to mystically sing with you. Yeah, and I don't know if it's you or this person in spirit or somebody else in a relationship. There is this really, really nice balancing of energy, male and female. The expression is indifferent. It is knowing when to be strong and utilizing that element of the energy, and then also being very graceful and nurturing. Okay, so if I put those cards together, so this is the let the love grow, and remember when I was talking about the sigils, it almost matches up to like line up for that foresight. I can't do it well through the camera, but there's an embrace of all those people. It's like I don't even know how to explain that. Okay, I am going to truly leave it there, Megan, and thank you so much for being my muse. And if this resonated, always feel well to receive or release freely. Thank you for holding the space for me to, and your support for me to share my insights. And I look forward to when you receive it, or you take a screenshot, for what's more important is for you to see, sense, and feel what you want to see. So for your psyche and psychic senses to strengthen and be of service. So until next time, thank you so much.